Summer gear makes me feel fine. I got summer gear up on my mind. Hey, this is Dilly Gear, and I've got a bunch of stuff, a bunch of summer gear that I want to kind of do a quick review on. Some of which I've had for years, some of which I've had for a lot of use in a year, and some stuff is sort of new. So I will start with these pair of shorts here. They're a sample sale, so I don't know which model they are, but it says RO88, excuse me, 108846. If you can see, they're like crazy mesh. I don't know if you can see that, but they're so breathable that when I first started wearing them, I kept checking my fly to see if it was open, because just air was just blowing through. And what's really nice is they've got the sort of phone or whatever pockets on both sides, both front pockets, and then one zippered rear pocket. But just the right length, super comfy, good for swimming, good for all the things. Definitely very comfortable, good cut. I'm like 6'2", 160 pounds, or maybe a little bit more. I got the 32s. I'm a 31, so they're slightly big, but that's okay. And then I've got the $8 Gear Find Columbia Insect Blocker shirt, which has the mesh in the back, but doesn't have any like actual airflow sort of coming through. But it definitely has the, like, you can roll up the arms, and then there's little attachments to keep the arms rolled up. And then the front chest pocket's super handy because you can put a whole set of sunglasses in there and then just Velcro it shut. But the fabric is super nice, and it's perfect for the fall paddling, because when you just have a little bit of wind but it's not really all that cold, you can put this on and get started. Or if you're like starting real early in the morning, you can put it on and get started. It blocks the wind, but then as it gets hot, you can roll up the sleeves. You know, there's a ventilation because it's a button down. If it's cold, I button it all the way up, look real stylish on the water. And then as it gets hot, then you just throw it off. If you fall in the water, I mean, it dries in like 2 seconds, so you don't really have to worry about that. And it fits real nice. Again, I'm 6'2", 38-inch chest, and you know, you want these kind of shirts to fit a little bit loose, so do a little quick buttoning. There you go. But yeah, $8 at a thrift store, so can't beat that. The Icebreaker sun hoodie, I'm sure they have some name for it now. I've had this thing for, those last two things I've only had for the summer, but this thing I've had for forever. So it's a little short. I think this is a medium, maybe. Might be a large, but it's probably a medium. And it's basically 50-50 Merino and Tencel, which is kind of wool, not wool, wood essentially, but super comfy. Does a great job of keeping you cool when it's hot, but you know, if it's in the summer and you know, it starts getting kind of late or slightly windy, then it kind of starts keeping you warm without you doing anything. Or if you're just wearing it all day, you go into like air conditioning and you're not cold. And yeah, I love this thing. I've had it, I don't know, 4 years, maybe longer now. And it's part of like a sleep system in the van. It's part of being a sun hoodie. You know, you're on the beach, you just don't want to wear suntan lotion, you can just throw this guy on. Super comfortable and soft, really pretty stretchy, and you know, it's merino, so it doesn't stink all the time, which is great because I wear it all the time. And basically this, with something like this, you can have pretty wide comfort range, whether you wear this over this or vice versa. It's pretty awesome. You know, in the dead of summer, it's like a hoodie at night. During the day, you can still wear it though. So, kind of an amazing piece, really. The Keen Uniques. They fit my weird feet. 50-50, people like them or they don't, but I don't really care. they've got a really sticky, what do they call them? It's got these little cuts in them that give them real stick on like a boat or rocks or whatever. Not a whole lot of tread though. Wish they had a little more tread. They don't have a whole lot of arch, and I have flat feet, which is annoying, but for slipping on, I mean, I can do anything in these. I can go dancing, I can go, you know, hiking, I can do all the things. So highly recommend those. They're a little bit heavy, and you can just throw them in the washer and the dryer. I highly recommend doing that as often as you can, because they will build up a stink. I have these in like 4 or 5 colors. They also are about a size small. I wear a 13-ish shoe, and these are 14. These are definitely a 13, so it's definitely size up. And then there's these guys, which you've seen probably many times, but I feel like in order to adjust them, you gotta like pull here to pull that tight, and then pull here to pull this tight, and then what is it, I think it's pull there, and then this would be loosened, and then you tighten that guy. I feel like you should, by the time you all do all that, you should be like, you know, belay on, climb on. But great grippy tread, not too crazy rough, very sticky. You can use them on a sailboat because they're non-marking. Very good sort of arch support, which is the only thing the Keens are lacking. Also, you know, rocks get in there, you can kind of wiggle your foot and they come out. The Keens, rocks will go in between here or in the back, and then they don't come back out so easily. So that's kind of a pain in the ass if you're actually in the sandy, rocky area, but the Keens don't have that problem. Wish the Keens were lighter, because they're fucking heavy for just being like this chunk of rubber. But they've been my go-to this summer. I've worn the crap out of them, in and out of the water, all the things. What I like is I can wear them without the heel strap, and then sometimes as I'm walking, the heel strap will just kind of work its way around. So it's kind of like flip-flops and sandals in one. So for that reason, they are super awesome. Chair Zero, super comfortable. Folds up into this little bag. Had it for a few years. It's a little bit wiggly, but it's a full chair. You know, if you lean back, you're definitely gonna fall, but if you don't, you can sit here on the beach and read a book all day. And it actually fits in the stuff sack, which is pretty nice, because a lot of manufacturers have way too fucking small of a stuff sack, so you're sitting there trying to jam the fucker in. But they did a good job on this one. No matter what I do, it's easy to put in, and then you can just whoosh, slide it into your backpack, the water bottle pocket, wherever. The Chair Zero, or the Chair 1, so that weighs a pound. This weighs a kilogram, which is 2.2 pounds. Much less wobbly. It's my go-to chair if I'm just going to the beach and it's not, you know, a crazy huge hike or something. Sinks into the sand a lot less because it's bigger, so it spreads out the weight, I think, a little bit better. And yeah, for sitting, this chair. For sitting and weight, definitely for backpacking and stuff like that, I go for this guy. And then I got a paddleboard a few years ago. Both these chairs I've had for 4 or 5 plus years, and they're still going strong, no issues whatsoever. So I highly recommend getting the actual Big Agnes, or whatever it's called, Helinox chairs. Paddleboards. The Werner Zen 95 carbon fiber shaft, fiberglass blade, and pretty trick little adjuster. Makes a good sound. and it tells you right there, you know, if you're 6'2" in centimeters and in inches, basically what you need. So I'm 6'2", I go a little bit taller, and then it has like a little circle, and there's a little white line that you got to line up in the circle, because it is really annoying with the, if the top end here is a little bit, you know, not in alignment with the paddle, then it feels awkward, so that helps. And yeah, you pretty much do that. When you're done, take it apart, rinse it, especially if you're in the ocean. You want to get all that salt water out, which I've never actually rinsed it, but it's pretty good fit. Super nice to fucking paddle. Super nice. Just if you can afford it, get one. I think it was like $265. I got it on sale for something else. Summer gear makes me feel fine. I got summer gear up on my mind.